In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the most expensive LEGO Ninjago minifigures of all time. And let me tell you, these things get expensive. I'll be going all the way from the original pilot seasons to the Wild Brain era, all the way up to Dragons Rising, showcasing each of these minifigures in all of their glory. And make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I crown the most expensive Ninjago minifigure of all time. So without further ado, what's up LEGO fans, it's LEGO Man Cam, and let's get started with our first minifigure from 2011, which is Samurai. Samurai is the leader of the Skulkin army before Lord Garmadon came along and booted him out. This figure released in just two sets, being Garmadon's Fortress and the Fire Temple, both of the biggest Ninjago sets from this first year of the theme. This figure goes for a whopping $65, brand new on Bricklink, and for context, I'm using the average sold price in the past 6 months for these figures in new condition. However, there is also JDX from the first wave, who has recently overtaken Samurai as the most expensive minifigure, now being worth $80 US, having only ever appeared in two sets, with one of them being Skeleton Bowling, which is a set that only cost $30 back in 2011. Now, there is another DX minifigure to look at, but he wasn't really from this season, so we'll be coming back to him in a bit later on in the video. In 2012, we got Season 1, which brought us the Serpentine, as well as a bunch of new ninja suits, being Kendo, ZX, and most importantly, NRG. And trust me, this year had some of the most expensive Ninjago minifigures of all time. I'll quickly make an honorable mention of the Serpentine Generals, who are all super valuable, with some being worth more than $40 each, with Acidicus, Baitar, and Fang Tum being some of the most expensive. But the NRG Ninja are by far the most expensive suit collection, with Kai, Zane, and Cole all being worth around $40 each, as they only ever appeared in their own respective spinner pack, with Kai coming with the legendary Chokan 2. But by far the most expensive NRG minifigure is NRG-J, who goes for over $150 today. He only came in one set, but had so few sets produced as it was only on shelves for 3 months, making him very valuable. Season 2 only had 6 sets, with General Kozu being the most expensive minifigure at around $30, only appearing in the Garmatron set. But the other expensive minifigure here doesn't actually come from a set, but from this Ninjago minifigure guide, and this is Lloyd in his Season 2 suit. Surprisingly, all the sets for this season only included Golden Lloyd, so this book was the only way to get this minifigure. In 2014, we had Season 3, which was where Ninjago got rebooted, and had some amazing expensive minifigures. First, we have the legend himself, Dareth, who only ever came in this one polybag for $4, but is now worth over $40, literally 10 times the original cost of this set. But the most expensive minifigure from this season is the one and only Overlord. He only ever came in the Temple of Fortitude set and goes for over $90, which is just crazy. Now you might be thinking about some other minifigures that are from this season too, but we'll be coming back to those ones in just a moment. However, this wasn't all for 2014, as we actually got one more exclusive Ninjago minifigure released in this special Target exclusive minifigure cube set. This set came with a special figure from Chima, LEGO DC, and LEGO City, as well as Ninjago. And that figure happens to be DX Lloyd, a remake of the original DX outfits, but for Lloyd, who never got one of these suits as he wasn't in the show yet back in the pilot season. This figure now sells for over $250. Yes, you heard me right, $250. Now moving on to one of the greatest Ninjago seasons of all time, loved by fans, this is the Tournament of Elements. This released in 2015 and introduced us to a whole range of brand new characters, being the Elemental Masters. Firstly though, we have White Pythor. While sadly this minifigure was full-sized and not shrunken down like he was in the show, this figure goes for over $50 today, only ever appearing in the Ninja DBX set. Two of the Elemental Masters we got in this wave though are also pretty expensive as well, being both Griffin Turner and Karloff. Two minifigures that are both around $30 today, which is more than the set that both of them came in. Now is time for my favorite Ninjago season of all time, Possession. This season saw Lloyd get possessed and the ninja have to fight an army of ghosts. The best figure of this season is also the most expensive, being Morrow, who is in possession of Lloyd, being worth around $80, which is one of the most expensive figures we've looked at today. 2015 also gave us our final minifigure cube set ever, and just like the X Lloyd, we got another special minifigure here. This was Stone Armor Kai, who's worth around $60. I just loved these minifigure cubes, but LEGO did have something a lot better coming out just a few years later. In 2016, we got Skybound, which doesn't have anything too crazy, but we've got both Nadakan, the main villain of the season, as well as our first ever Ninjago Big Fig, Dogshank. These two go for about $30 today, but let me tell you, Dogshank is far from the most expensive Ninjago Big Fig. Day of the Departed brought us remakes of a lot of classic Ninjago villains, many of whom we've seen in this video already. And the theme continues with the most expensive figure being once again White Pythor, now at an astounding $70. He only appeared in the Samurai X Cave Chaos set, which was a LEGO retail exclusive, and this figure is much better than the previous one as he has his white robes on. Airjitsu Lloyd and Nia are both also pretty valuable and noteworthy, being worth around $30 each, as they didn't get Airjitsu flyers, but instead both came in this Temple Battleground set. In 2017, we began the year with Season 7, Hands of Time, where we got some banger minifigures. But just quickly, if you have seen a few of my videos and enjoy them, please consider subscribing to help a small channel grow to 20,000. Anyway, we firstly got our first ever Samurai X with Pixel under the mask, and this figure came in the Samurai X VXL set. She goes for around $45 today, and is the most valuable Pixel minifigure so far. But the two standout minifigures from this season are both Achronix and Crux, the Hands of Time. Both these figures came exclusively in the Dawn of Iron Doom set and are each worth about $80 today, but they are quickly rising in price. Speaking of 2017, this year we also got a special Ninjago minifigure set 2, which contains some incredible figures. This is the 2017 Bricktober pack, and was exclusive to Toys R Us in the month of October. This set came with 4 exclusive minifigures, all from across Ninjago's history, and I recently picked this one up for over $200, so please subscribe so that I don't go broke. Anyway, this set came with a white Ninjaroid from Rebooted, worth around $80, as well as Neuro from the Tournament of Elements, the most expensive of all the Elemental Masters, worth over $100 too. There was then a young Crux figure being worth about $30 so that you could pair him with the young Achronix. And then the last figure is the Digiverse Golden Kai, only one of 2 Golden Ninja that we've gotten from that scene in Season 3. This figure goes for around $60 too. Now I have this set sealed in box still and I haven't opened it, but please comment below if you think I should. 2018 brought us the redesigned Ninja after the movie, and we got another one of the best seasons ever, Sons of Garmadon. Firstly though, we have the Jade Princess Harumi in one of the most stunning LEGO Ninjago minifigures of all time, and she's now worth around $60 and just looks amazing. But the most expensive minifigure from this season isn't actually a minifigure at all, but is actually a big fig, and this is Kilo. Now, what makes this figure so special is that not only did he only ever appear in one set, but that set, Kilo vs Samurai X, had an extremely short production run. This meant that the set was really hard to find after its initial January release date, so the figure is worth over $150 today, being just about as rare as NRG. Somehow I have 2 of this guy, so let me know if you want him in the comments. Season 9 doesn't really have very many expensive minifigures except for Dragon Samurai Wu, who appeared in just one set being the Dragon Pit, and goes for around $40. This figure is fully decked out in golden armor and actually looks really nice. However, the expensive minifigures from 2018 don't stop there, as we actually got our second and final ever Ninjago Bricktober pack with another 4 exclusive minifigures. Let's start with the worst figure, who is called Mohawk, and it only goes for around $10. We then got Future J from a really important scene back in Season 5, who now goes for over $30. There's then Kabuki Nia back from Season 4 with some amazing printing, and even includes Nia's watch printed on her arm. She's worth about $50. But then the most expensive minifigure here is Harumi with the Mask of Hatred. She features some stone printing all around her torso and legs and goes for about $60, and I just wish LEGO kept making these sets, as they were such an amazing way to get 4 beautiful minifigures that we'd always wanted. Lego, if you're watching this video, please bring these back. Now, while we didn't get any sets actually based on Season 10 in 2019, we did get one minifigure pack, and one minifigure from that pack is extremely valuable today. This is Omega, the leader of the Oni, and while he was pretty underwhelming in the TV show, this minifigure looks awesome with a great Oni mask piece. He's worth around $80, which is crazy to think about when the original minifigure pack was only like $10 5 years ago. We then have Season 11 with both the Fire and Ice chapter, and surprisingly, there's a few expensive minifigures from this season already. First is Char, who is an annoying character from the show, but's worth around $25. There's then Lloyd in his regular season outfit, which is one of the few times that just a regular ninja suit has been expensive, but he's around $35. Then there is Wu, who goes for upwards of $50, only ever appearing in the Land Bounty. But as you would expect, the most expensive minifigure here is Akita, only ever appearing in the Castle of the Forsaken Emperor, and is worth over $100. This is such an amazing minifigure, and she really does deserve that high price. Now we're moving into some of the more recent seasons as we enter the most recent 5 years of the show. So from Ninjago Prime Empire in 2020, we have Pink Zane at around $25. Princess Vanya is the most expensive minifigure from season 13 as well, but only worth around $15. Then for 2021, we have the Island and Seabound, and the only noteworthy figure here is NRG Nia, who goes for around $15 too. For 2022 though, we have the finale of the entire Ninjago series with Crystallized. Just like Dave the Departed, this brought back some classic Ninjago villains, and once again, the Snake Man Pythor is back on the list with another entry. This armored up Pythor is worth around $30, only ever appearing in the Samurai X-Mech set. But the best figure from this wave is Golden Oni Lloyd, who truly looks awesome and goes for around $40 today, only ever appearing in the Golden Ultra Dragon set. However, I definitely expect this figure to rise in price very soon. We now come to Modern Ninjago with Dragons Rising in 2023 and 2024. From Season 1, Wildfire is so far the most expensive figure at $12, which is actually quite a lot considering she's only in a $40 set. As Season 2 is still out, a lot of the figures here are going to be pretty inflated in their price, as lots of people are looking to buy them and the sets are still on shelves. But currently, the top two are Mr. Pale, who's worth around $30, only appearing in the Tournament Temple City, who I don't actually have yet, but I do have the old one for comparison. And then there's Mech Suit Cole, who only appeared in this giant Titan mech set, and this figure is worth about $35, definitely a really cool one. So that now brings us to the current day. With 2025 right around the corner, we have some amazing minifigures on their way, it looks like. It's now time though to crown our winner for the most expensive minifigure. In third place, we have Kilo, such an amazing big fig from 2018 that brand new is worth about $150. We then have from all the way back in 2012 and Season 1, NRGJ, who's also about $150, but a lot of listings have him slightly higher than Kilo, so I've put him in second place. And then by far the most expensive Ninjago minifigure, and by a long shot, is the insanely rare Lloyd DX, who's worth over $250. Please comment down below if you own any of these Ninjago minifigures and which one is your favorite. Also, please subscribe to help us reach 20k, and I will see you in the next video.